This is Ling Chi, brush painting for beginners. Today we're going to study shape and line on a simple landscape, and host and guest. The equipment we're using is very simple. Bass bottle ink. Pour some in this little dish, and then I dilute some into the light ink. That's as simple as that. And then I have a line brush, a small line brush. This is small double happiness, and my large full lotus brush. And if for somebody who has a wash brush in hand, that will be handy too. So this is an inch wash brush. But it's not necessary. You can do without it, but it's handy to have. So I'm going to do the paper I'm using is Dragon Cloud. This has its natural texture with the thread in the middle, so make things more interesting, and then also resist water, so it will give you a good ink value, but without hard to control for beginners. So rinse my full lotus brush off in a dirty ink water, and then I'm dip into straight ink, and then I'm using the cider brush to do my main mountains. So that was cider brush to do a shape. Then if I want to do line work, I can use the straight pointed brush. So I soften some straight edges, and on the other side, use darker ink to do the other side. So you can see that I had a square edge right away. I kind of lose that. So I can use the side brush with some texture in the middle, or I can use wash brush too. So I will show you, a lot of people have small wash brush for the bamboo purpose, and then I will show it to you. That's how I use it. Then I use this larger brush to soften it. So it's all about leaving some interesting spaces. You don't want to have a square space. So any time when the space is kind of squarely, then you kind of use your brush to loosen that up. So then, this is my main mountain. And I'm going to use a light ink to do a distant guest mountain. So now I have my light ink here. And so the it's skinny. So I don't want to have, I kind of try to lose that fork here. So then I'm using a small brush, which in today's case I'm using Double Happiness. So I'm adding some dots, texture. Like gesture, there's kind of trees out of this mountain area. And then some very lightly dots on the distant mountain. So I'm done. So later on when it's dry, if you want to do washes, you can add washes to it. So today's lesson is about how to break space up and use shape. And then when you use shape, you use side of the brush. And when you use line, you straight pointed. So one brush, you pretty much can do the whole thing. But, you know, for beginners, a small brush will be helpful.